Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
Welcome everybody to Bristol Motorspeedway. It's known as Thunder Valley, the last Garrett Coliseum, the world's fastest half mile. It's Bristol, baby. We're here with the original Rebels Sunday Night Truck Series here on Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Josh Hall. You're watching iRacing live here on Intensity. We thank you for tuning in. We had a great race just a few minutes ago. Finished up with Andy Kurtz winning the Outlaw race, and now we got the trucks taking on this tricky half-mile high-banked track. Let's take a look at our standings coming into tonight. And Garrett Kinder is currently your points leader. Right behind him, Aaron Adcock, Zach Wetstein, Brandon Wallace, and Josh Lokovitz round out your top five. Mickey Isaac, Charlie Elmore, Josh Oswald, Kyle Roberts, Jeff Paisley, and Alex Veith both tied for 10th with Tyler Rice as well. Spencer Gay, Tracy Passons, Jesse Necula, Charles Feltz, Jim McClendon, and then a little tie back here, Sam Wetstein, Tia Swank, and Joshua Smith, your top 20 in points. Again, coming into tonight, but it's Bristol. A lot can happen here. You've got a very fast, quick half-mile track. Let's take a look at our race info. You can see the air temperature 83 degrees. I'm sorry, 83 degrees. The track temperature, though, 94 degrees, so 10 degrees hotter. And this slick track, sun's going to beat down on this concrete, heat it up, and these trucks are going to start slip sliding all over the place. Not quite as much humidity as we saw in the Friday Night Xfinity Series race, so we should be able to see these trucks no problem as they make their way around Bristol Motorspeedway, but it's going to be a challenging one for sure. They have 6 sets of tires, 5 sets in the pits, 1 on the truck to start. And we can see at the top of the board so far, Kyle Roberts, your fastest truck in practice. Garrett Kinder, though, not too far behind. And Kyle Roberts put in a lot of practice in. A couple of these guys already ran a full race's worth of practice. So see Sam Wetstein approaching almost 200 laps of practice here. Charlie Elmore, 160 laps of practice. Ray Page, 193. Kyle Roberts, 173. Christian Dedman, 145. So Jim McClendon just hit that 160 mark himself. So 160 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway. They click off quick. These guys, as you can see, sub 15-second laps here around this half-mile track. So a lot of speed being carried for these trucks, and we're going to see that in qualifying and all race long. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that like button, follow and subscribe. We do appreciate it. It does help us out and lets you see live iRacing 7 nights a week. Don't forget to check out the original Rebels Racing League webpage at ORRleague.com. That's ORRleague.com. There is a link below in the description. And if you want to help us out and get yourself some sweet swag, check out IntensityBroadcasting.com for all of your iRacing needs. We have Intensity Broadcasting t-shirts, hats, mugs, coffee cups, mouse pads, but not just us. You can also get Original Rebels gear. You can get SCSRA if you know anybody who's runs in that league. Extreme Forces, Thunderstruck. So check it out. That's IntensityBroadcasting.com. We see Garrett Kinder making his way around the track right now. We're just about done with practice. Got about a minute, just over a minute left in practice here. And we'll ride along here with Kinder so you can kind of see just what he sees, and you can actually see the speeds that he's carrying. So a fast half mile, things happen quick as Kinder gets up into the wall. And just like that, and that's exactly what I was about to say, we can see quite the pileups here. You talk about the big one, you think of Talladega or Daytona, but with a fast track like this, things happen so quickly, the track gets blocked so fast. You can see 10, 15 trucks pile up into each other here at Bristol, so keep an eye out for that. Of course, we want to thank everybody who helps us out here tonight in the truck series. Of course, Hull Heating and Sheet Metal, the series sponsor, in memory of Ray Cobb. A couple other sponsors. We have secondary sponsors, Smeal Racing Designs and Shiba Inu Crypto, as well as Peg Leg Felts, P&J Motorsports, Evil Empire Sim Sports, Thunderstruck Super Series, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Smeal Racing Designs, BK Motorsports, and Sabuski Window Tinting. As we get ready for qualifying to start, a couple messages here on Facebook. Paul Passions is watching, and Newcastle, Indiana in the house. Hello, everybody. That's Bill Cook. Bill, thanks for tuning in here on Intensity Broadcasting as the Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series gets ready to take off here at Bristol, and qualifying is now underway. We see our first driver out on track. That's Cody Bohm. There's a couple of different ways you can run this track. Some people prefer to run that low line all the way around the corner. Some people like to run that high line. I myself, I like to use kind of a hybrid of the two, kind of like you're seeing Cody do right here. Enter really, really high, and as you hit that apex, as the truck starts to rotate it down to the bottom off the apron. You can gain so much speed coming down that hill. And we'll see a couple of the faster guys tonight, I'm sure, doing that. So he comes across the line, finish up his second lap, and currently up into the 4th position. Sam Wetstein, as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4. Coming down to the stripe. And Sam is going to stay in the 5th position currently. Couple drivers we know showed some speed. Tracy Paston's out on track right now, coming to take the green flag. Start his first of 2 qualifying laps. Kevin Kinder said, saw a little of the first race, looked like the tail end kept stepping out, and I'm sure we're going to see that tonight a lot as this track is going to slicken up as the race goes on. Slicken up, is that a word? Let's slick up for sure. Tracy Paston's currently up to 2nd. Christian Dedman to the top of the board as Tracy comes across for a 2nd lap. He's going to stay there in that 2nd position. Josh Lokovitz out on track. Starting his 2nd lap here, currently in the 11th position. He's going to see what he can move himself up to here. Comes across the line. And he's going to move up into the 3rd spot. So currently, let's see, Tyler Rice just leaving pit road. Tyler trying to warm up those tires a little bit, doing a little swerving down the backstretch. See if that's able to help him out here as he's going to keep that higher line through turns 1 and 2. Another tricky thing about this racetrack, and you'll notice it a little bit as they exit the corner or enter the corners here or come off the corners, you'll see a blue cone on the inside of the track. And what that is the exit, the blend line for pit road. And you'll notice there's one right there. And there will be another one on the other side of the track. This track does have 2 different pit roads. That can come into a factor because if we have green flag pit stops as you're coming around this track, as we see Charlie Elmore on track, we'll ride along with Charlie here up on the roll bar, or up on the roof here, and you'll notice the track looks identical on both ends of the track. Minus the starter stand right here as Charlie takes the white flag for his 2nd lap. After a few laps, you can get really lost here. You won't remember if you're on the front stretch or the back stretch. And you might see a couple guys pit on the wrong pit road. So keep an eye out for that, as well as somebody at the front could slide back quite a bit by pitting onto the wrong pit road. Mickey Isaac out on track right now. He's on his first of 2 qualifying laps. And Mickey using that high entry and then pulling it down towards the apron on exit. Kind of around the middle of the track there, and then trying to pull it down, trying to save as much or keep as much momentum as he can. And Mickey's going to qualify up into the 11th position. Got new paint here on the 12 of William Griffith. He's already made his first lap. He's coming to take the checker flag on his second lap. As he comes across the stripe, Griff will move up into the 8th position. How about Chuck Pegleg Phelps out on track? Pegleg taking the green flag to start his first of 2 flyers. And as me and Alex were talking about on Friday night, nobody puts more effort into practicing and getting ready and preparing for a race than the driver of the 75-year-old. As he catches the wall here, that's going to disqualify his first lap. See if he's able to do anything here on his second lap. Doesn't look like that's going to affect the truck too much as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4 and off the corner. And Pegleg is going to start way back in the field in the 21st position. Speaking of Alex Veith, here's Alex out on track right now in the Mullet Mafia, the only truck that has a mullet. His first lap is going to move him up into the 22nd position. He makes his way off of turn number 2, down the backstretch, into turns 3 and 4. And Alex is going to stay back there. He's going to move himself up to the 22nd position. Josh Smith just finishing his qualifying attempt, coming off of turn number 4. Keeps it off the wall. And Smith is going to jump up into... Actually, he's not going to jump up at all. His first lap is faster, so he's going to stay back in the 16th position. So we got about 3 minutes left here in qualifying. 3 drivers who have yet to take times. Aaron Adcock, Mike Veith, and Jason Lotridge. As I say that, Aaron Adcock makes his way out onto the track. Takes a green flag for his first of 2 flyers. I think Aaron's been watching a little bit of the broadcast, trying to see what is the fastest way around the track as he comes off at turn number 4. His first lap is going to move him up into the 11th position. Keeps it high there off of turn number 2. Running that middle lane through turns 3 and 4. Down to the stripe. And Aaron's first lap was faster, so he's going to stay there in the 11th position. Jason Lotridge just taking the green flag. Pretty sharp looking paint, that Red Bull machine. And looks like he's going to cut it short here just before coming across the line. That's going to move him up with a 30.67. That will put him in 28th position. So just one driver left to qualify. That is the 9 of Mike Veith. Again, a little bit of race info here for you tonight. Air temperature currently 85 degrees. Track temperature cooled down just a little bit, down to 90 degrees. As you can see, 6 sets of tires for tonight. 5 in the pits. 1 on the truck that they start with here tonight. So as we got about 40 seconds left here in qualifying, just enough time to get 2 laps in, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to, or it doesn't look like Mike's going to get out there to set a qualifying time, so that is going to do it here for qualifying. Kevin Kinder says a lot of trucks for Bristol. We got 29 trucks starting here tonight on this short half-mile track, and traffic will definitely be a factor. We saw it Tuesday night in the Doghouse Racing League. Lap traffic really made a difference here, and that race was at night, so the track was a little bit cooler, not quite as slick. So as the race goes on here tonight, I'm sure we'll see plenty of sliding around as we get ready to look at our starting grid for tonight. And on pole tonight, the 13 of Garrett Kinder getting that Peg Leg Phelps pole award, with Christian Dedman, another Reaper driver, starting in second. Tracy Passions in the 53, he'll be rolling off third, with Josh Lokenvitz, known for his super speedway racing, up into the 4th position. Charles Stevens Jr., he'll be rolling off 5th, with Jeff Paisley in the 6th position. Then we'll find Jesse Necula and Curtin Church returning back to the series again tonight in the 8th position. Jim McClendon, he'll be rolling off 9th, with William Griffith to his outside to round out row number 5. Row 6, the 23 of Aaron Adcock and Brandon Wallace in the 99. 13th will be Ray Page in the 41 and Kyle Roberts. Fastest in practice, qualified 14th. Christopher Heiner in the 1, he'll be rolling off 15th, with Mickey Isaac to his outside in 16th. Then Charlie Elmore in the 20, he'll be starting inside of Josh Smith in the 47. Josh Oswald in the 17, he'll be rolling off 19th, and Tia Swank in the 66 in the 20th spot. Tyler Rice and Sam Wetstein will be rounding out row number 11, with Alex Veith and Brett Grunwald rounding out row number 12. Row 13, Cody Bohm and Chuck Pegleg Phelps, Spencer Gay, Jason Lotridge in 27th and 28th, and starting at the tail end of the field, Mike Veith in the 9 machine. Again, Mike having surgery not too long ago, so he is still recovering from that, and it's good to see him back out on track tonight as we get ready for 160 laps here at Bristol Motorspeedway. We'll have 2 pace laps here as the field makes their way down the backstretch. And again, 29 cars starting here at this fast, high-banked concrete half-mile. It's the last great Coliseum, and there's a reason for that, because you're going to see these gladiators battling it out here at Bristol, here on iRacing, on Intensity Broadcasting, as we got 1 to go before we go green flag racing, and you can already see those marbles at the top of the track. That can have a little effect as well. You get the marbles up on those tires, and it can cause you some tire spin on the start, so want to make sure to keep those off the tires, and as the race goes on, it's like hitting a patch of dirt up there if you catch that those marbles wrong. So watch for guys slipping up into the wall all race long. As the pace truck gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road, Garrett Kinder's going to lead them down to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at Bristol, and a great jump for Kinder already. Tracy Passions moving up into the 2nd position, getting around Christian Dedman, but Dedman fighting back hard on the outside. Josh Lokovitz right there as well, and you're going to see some short track drivers making their way through the field, and as these guys continue to run side by side, it's going to allow Garrett Kinder to start to pull away just a little bit. And looks like we had some issues towards the back of the pack, and See Alex Veith off pace. A couple drivers here with some damage. We see Jason Lottridge with some damage, but no caution. Now the caution is out as we got a wreck behind him. Oh, big wreck behind. You see him still piling in. Mike Veith involved, Mickey Isaac. That's going to bring up our first Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Let's take a look at the one that actually brought out the yellow before we look at the second one there. Try to see who was involved in this one. So you see Ray Page back here. We see Mickey Isaac all checking up. Big checkup up in front. Mickey Isaac goes around off the front bumper of the 88. Josh Smith involved. The one of Christopher Heiner involved as well. So tough break for all those guys just trying to check up for the wreck and it not happen. Before that, though, we had this incident up front. See Tyler Rice here. We see Brooke Grunwald racing around Sam Wetstein up in front. And oh, Tia Sweat. Oh, a big pile up on the front stretch. And I'm shocked that this did not bring out the caution originally. Aaron Adcock involved in that. Chuck Pegleg Feltz. Jason Lottridge as well. So, but down off the racing surface. So that's what's going to bring out our first caution of the night. Ratchet Miller says, I just got here. What you do to Eddie? What did I do to Eddie? I didn't do anything to Eddie. If something happened to Eddie, I had nothing to do with it. Talking about Alien Eddie Smith. I must have missed something. I wasn't around for the first race as Joe Wright was the announcer for the first race tonight. Don't worry, you'll have me back next week for the doubleheader. So I look forward to calling 2 races back-to-back every Sunday night yet again. I need to be filled in on what happened to Eddie, though. So Garrett Kinder continues the lead over Tracy Passons as they work their way down the front stretch. Lights are off on the pace truck. 1 lap to go before we go back to green flag racing. Garrett Kinder down on the bottom. Going to put Tracy Passons up on the high side. Christian Dedman and Josh Lokovitz will restart in row number 2. Then Jeff Paisley and Kernan Church back into the 3rd row. See a little bit of damage to the back bumper of that 7 machine as well. And William Griffith right behind him. Don't know if that was what caused that as the pace truck pulls off on the pit road. Green flag is back in the air. Another great jump for Garrett Kinder as he gets way out in front of Tracy Passons here. I know I say way out, doesn't look like that far, but at a short track like this, any amount of being out in front is enough. Just behind, we see a little battle back here. Josh Lokovitz. We got Christian Dedman in front and Kernan Church behind as Lokovitz going to look down to the inside of Dedman. They make their way through the corner. And Lokovitz off of turn number 4. Going to lose a couple positions now on that low line as that high line tends to be the preferred line, especially on new tires. And he is just continuing to slide back right now. And yellow flag is back out. It looks like Alex Veith caught up in another one here. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. I'm trying to see what happened to bring this one out. So it looks like it was right in front of Spencer Gay here. Oh, Alex Veith down on the apron there. Looks like, not really sure what happened to Veith there. Let's, oh, we see Tyler Rice involved as well. Oh, looks like something happened. I think Alex had a little connection issue. Here we see Alex, yeah, blinks. Alex blinks out. Then he's already sideways. Yeah, Alex having a little connection issue there, and that's what brings out the caution here. See Alex out on track. Going a couple laps down is Garrett Kinder. Continues the lead. Let's see what we got out here in the chat. Pulling for in order. Numbers 13, 3, 12, 78, 41, 75. That's Kevin Kinder giving his Powerball numbers tonight. And Ratchet Miller says, sorry, Josh, I'm just used to blaming Eddie for causing cautions. So Eddie not in the race tonight. So no cautions will be caused by Eddie yet. I don't know, maybe he will cause one. Who knows? There we go. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to go back green flag racing. Garrett Kinder yet again takes that inside lane. Putting Tracy Passions on the outside. Then Christian Dedman up to third. Kernan Church up into that fourth position. So Kernan already up 4 spots from where he started. Your biggest mover, though, Mike Veith up into the 12th position. So great run going for Mike so far as pace truck gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Green flag is back in the air, and another great jump for Kinder over Tracy Passion. We saw one truck having a little connection issue back there as well. So they are side by side for third place, and yeah, you're starting to see the sun come out. See the shadows on the track as that sun comes out. These trucks are going to have an even slicker time through the corner. Kevin was talking about the trucks being real tail happy, especially coming off of turns 3 and 4, because the sun is beating down on that turn. You can see 1 and 2 pretty much in the shade and down the backstretch, but coming off of turn number 4, it's a whole different animal. As Kernan Church has moved himself around Christian Dedman, and he sets his sights on Tracy Passions. A little further back, you got a side-by-side battle between Cody Bohm and Charles Stevens Jr. This is back for 13th and 14th, so a great battle going on back here as Bohm down on the bottom, just not able to get that power down. And just in front of him, Mike Veith, as I mentioned, having a great run up into 13th position as he continues to try moving forward as Ray Page and Christopher Heiner go at it. Heiner up into the 11th position, getting around Page. And up at the front, William Griffith all over the back bumper of Christian Dedman. See the different lines that Griff and the coach are using to get around Bristol here. See a little battle going back here between Jim McClendon and Brandon Wallace. Move McClendon up into the 9th position. Now he's going to set his sights on Jeff Paisley as Ray Page. And now in a battle here with Cody Boom. So Boom up into the 12th position. Oh, we see Mike Veith catch the wall just a little bit as he's on the outside of Charles Stevens Jr. Here comes the 17 of Josh the Jet Oswald. Oh, catches the apron, pushes up the track. That spooks Mike just a little bit. He catches the wall, but I don't think it's enough to do any damage to that 9 machine. As, oh, now they're going to make some contact, and Oswald is going to go sliding. Caution is out. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. We take another look at what happened here between Mike Veith and Josh Oswald. Just a little bit of contact between those two drivers. Oswald goes sliding down and misses the inside wall. And right back up in the traffic, but was able to avoid everybody. So no harm, no foul as he's on pit road getting tires now. Garrett Kinder getting some fresh tires as well. So Kinder looks like he's going to be the first truck off of pit road. A couple drivers decide to stay out though. Up front, Tracy Passons, Kernan Church, Jesse Nekula, Cody Bohm, Charles Stevens Jr., Mike Veith, and Tia Swank. The drivers that stayed out on hot tires. Roger Miller says, broadcasters curse cautions is what I blame Eddie for. It can happen. As the broadcaster, we can definitely curse drivers. We try not to, but it does happen. Speaking of broadcasting, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. If you like super speedway racing, I just realized I have both the tower and the ticker up. If you like super speedway racing, tune in tomorrow night as the Extreme Forces Racing League takes on Talladega Super Speedway in the ARCA Series. That's going to be a fun one for sure. A lot of great racing so far in that series, and 50 laps at Talladega will make it worthwhile. And Tuesday night, we've got a truck doubleheader as the Doghouse Racing League will be taking on Pocono Speedway, followed by the SCSRA Truck Series, which will be going off from Michigan. So trucks at Pocono, trucks at Michigan. Be a lot of great racing here on Tuesday night, so you're not going to want to miss that. Wednesday night, the SCSRA Xfinity Series heads off to Mid-Ohio. Then Thursday night, Thunderstruck. Friday night, Xfinity. Saturday night, Cup Series. And always the Sunday night truck doubleheader. So tune in 7 nights a week here on Intensity Broadcasting for all your iRacing needs. As Tracy Passions chooses the inside here on this restart. Hayes truck takes that hard left-hand turn. Tracy approaches the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. As we've seen all night, a great restart from the leader, Kernan Church. Hanging on to that second place on the outside. One driver I'm going to be curious to watch, though, is Garrett Kinder here. First driver on fresh tires. See him working that high lane, and how much are these fresh tires going to come into play as he gets around the 3 of Christian Dedman, and he sets his sights on the 9 of Mike Veith. And you can see just how quickly he's caught that 9. He's going to make easy work. Well, as Mike comes flying back on the high side, so Mike working that high lane, bounces off the wall. That might give Kinder the advantage, as now Kinder can run any line he chooses. Gets back out to that high line to try to move forward. Up front, Tracy Passions and Kernan Church still trying to battle it out, with Jesse Nekula now coming into the picture in the 84 machine. Jesse caught up in the first wreck of the night. Now he's able to claw himself back up into the 3rd position and try to use the strategy to keep himself up front. We see Cody Bohm now also coming into the mix here, running up in 4th. Having a great run here, using the strategy to get himself up to the front. Charles Stevens Jr., although he's got a mirror full of Garrett Kinder, as you can see there. As Garrett looks down to the inside, just not able to make that move just yet. As Kinder runs right up onto the back bumper of Charles Stevens Jr. It can get frustrating being that truck following behind. You try to stay off that driver as best you can, but just sometimes not able to, as now Kinder uses a little bit of the bumper there. Charles Stevens Jr. has to do what he can. His yellow flag is out. It looks like Mike Veith might have been caught up in that. Yeah, you see Mike, heavy damage to the front end to that 9 truck. Sam Wetstein caught up in that one as well. You see the smoke billowing from that truck. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. As we take a look to see exactly what brought this one out. And it looks like it may have started with the 23 of Aaron Adcock here. Down on the bottom. Oh! Some contact there between him and Tia Swank. That sends the 23 up into the outside wall. And he's got the brakes locked. Comes down the track just a little bit. And you see the contact. Ooh, some net code actually between Sam Wetstein and Mike Veith there. I believe that's Ray Page that comes in at the end there. Sorry, that's Jason Lottridge coming in there making contact with Aaron as well. let's rewind this a little bit. Just as I was mentioning earlier, things happen so fast here that you just don't have time to check up. We'll ride along here with Lottridge, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. He just sees the smoke, and he doesn't know where that truck is, and just nowheres to go. So a tough break. So new leader, the 22 of Curtin Church. Yes, Tracy Passons, Jesse Necula, both hit pit road this time. Roger Miller says, can't stay up late too many nights. Kinder Farm and Ranch keeps me busy on work days. And my name is Kolb says, that's Colbert, Jonah Colbert, says, love the onboard camera rotation. I try to make the camera work a little fun, give you guys some different angles to look at. And I think a little different camera view we're going to use on this restart. We'll jump back into the passenger seat of Garrett Kinder on this restart. So we can see the wildness that goes on. Actually, I take that back. We should go back with Tracy Passons here on this restart, as he's going to be set back a little bit on these fresh tires. And you'll be able to see just how wild these restarts can get here at Bristol, as lights on the pace truck are off. We'll ride along with Tracy here, see if I can get this camera a little bit lower so you can see exactly over the shoulder here of Tracy. So pace truck pulls onto pit road. Green flag back in the air. A little tire spin from Tracy there as we get rolling here at Bristol. Not able to quite get the throttle down yet on those cold tires. But a great view of just what he sees. Oh, some three wide racing up in front of him. Still not able to get that power completely down. It's Bristol, baby. That's for sure. We just saw the one of Christopher Heiner. Three wide for a moment there. Able to hold it, but he got three wide in front. Josh Oswald, Josh Lokovitz. It looked like Charlie Elmore all three wide for a moment, as Josh Oswald is on a tear right now, up 11 spots, trying to make some moves. Speaking of making some moves, how about Cody Bohm? Just got passed by Garrett Kinder for a second, but Cody up 22 spots up into the third position. But those fresh tires right now are working for that 13 truck of Garrett Kinder as he continues to march forward. Now he's got to chase down the 22 of Curtin Church. Curtin was last. Curtin Church has not been on pit road at all. So Curtin out on the tires that he started with, and he's still running equal laps to Garrett Kinder. Now, we know Curtin Church is really good at saving tires. We've seen that before, and him being there at the end with good tires, and the fact that his tires are 58 laps old, and Garrett Kinder is not able to run him down. They're running identical speeds. Tells me that he's doing a great job saving his stuff, doing what he can to keep himself in position to win this race. My name is Kolb, says let's go Kinder. Kinder, your points leader coming into the race, currently sitting back in the second position. Christian Dedman has moved his way up into the third position as Charles Stevens Jr. and Cody Bohm have a battle that is for fourth position. Just behind, we see the 12 of Griff trying to come through as well. Then you move back to Brandon Wallace back in the 7th spot with Josh Oswald right behind him. Jim McClendon and Josh Lokovitz round out your top 10 as they are still side by side. Cody Bohm now slides in behind the 88 Charles Stevens Jr. Now Griff now looking down to the inside, trying to take over the 5th position, move himself up into the top 5. So great battles all over the track right now. One battle that's starting to heat up just a little bit is up at the front as Garrett Kinder now starting to reel in Kernan Church just a little bit, using the fresh tires. As sounds like we got one around. We got a couple around here. Ooh, Charlie Elmore and Mickey Isaac get involved in that one. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we take a look to see what happened. And it sounds like it started with the 99 of Brandon Wallace. So we take a look at Brandon Wallace down on the inside. And, looks like McClendon caught the wall, came down into the 99. The 99 comes back across the track up in front of the 1 of Chris Heiner. Heiner able to sneak through. Charlie Elmore not so lucky. And I believe that's Aaron Adcock involved in that as well. Yep. Aaron Adcock caught a little piece of that as well. And as the trucks are sliding down the track, you see Mickey Isaac get involved. I believe it looks like the 35 of Kyle Roberts was able to sneak through there. Kyle is a couple laps down. And Kernan Church continues to stay out. We see Chuck Pegleg Phelps get the lucky dog. That's going to put Pegleg back onto the lead lap. And I'm actually a little bit surprised that Kernan Church decided to stay out here on those old tires. We have had quite a few yellows. We are working our, I believe, 5th yellow of the night. Take a look at our tower here. We are, our 5th yellow of the night. As we're approaching the halfway mark. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing as they cross the line. This time the lights on the pace truck will be shutting off. We're going to re-rack, restack, and refire. There's some more exciting racing here at Bristol. And one thing I want to mention, how about the kickoff to the racing year with the 24 Hours of Daytona concluding today in a fantastic finish. It was a very memorable finish, especially with the 2 Porsches wrecking in the Le Mans chicane, now that it's been renamed from the bus stop to that. And just an awesome race to see. If you haven't watched it or have it on DVR, check it out. It is just a fantastic finish. I'm not going to spoil anything, but definitely an epic finish, and hopefully we'll see another epic finish here tonight. Kernan Church leads them down to the restart zone. Green flags back in the air. Again, another great jump for our leader, but Garrett Kinder on those fresh tires, imagine he's going to make short work of that 22. As Kinder's already making his way up to the back bumper of the 22 machine. Zach Wetstein says, let's go Sam Wetstein. Fortunately, Sam caught up in a couple incidents, and he is currently still on pit road, sitting in 28th position. As this battle continues, Josh Oswald working the outside of Jim McClendon, trying to take away the 5th position. They were raced side by side. Jeff Paisley up into the mix as well. We see a bunch of trucks getting real slide tail happy here. We were talking about that earlier. Kevin Kinder brought that up in the pre-race, seeing how we caught the end of the Outlaw race, and we saw the tails sliding around a little bit on these trucks. And we're seeing that again as a real big, griff around off the nose of Tracy Pastons. We got another Wreckage Rewind coming up as the yellow flag is back out. I thought Griff was going to be able to hold on to that tank slapper for a second. Unfortunately, Tracy Pastons' nose said otherwise. And I thought Griff was going to hold on to this one. As we take a look here, just a little bit of contact from the one of Christopher Heiner. You see Griff working hard inside that machine, trying to get it straightened out. It looks like he was about to get it straightened out, but Tracy Pastons, fortunately, wrong place at the wrong time. Two of them make contact, and Griff comes back up the track, catches Chris Heiner, the 84 of Jesse Nekula. Josh Lokovitz able to sneak through there, along with Kyle Roberts. Oh, no, I take that back. Ray Page comes down into the side of Roberts. Brandon Wallace, though, does sneak through. So a tough break for Griff there, but it looks like he's going to stay out, and doesn't look like he's got enough damage to I don't know, it looks like he's going to come down and try to get that damage fixed up. And again, Kernan Church staying out. Ratchet Miller says, Kevin Kinder, hope you fed and watered them cows plenty. They're doing work again tonight. The cows always get quite the workout here at tracks like Bristol. We are approaching the halfway. And we were talking about Chuck Pegleg Phelps getting the wave around a few moments ago. Currently up into the 14th position. So Chuck making a little bit of headway here, making his way, taking advantage of that wave around and getting himself back up into the top 15 right now. I'm sure he'll continue to move forward. So Kevin Kinder says 2 EOL and you're done. Not in this series. They don't give EOLs for wrecks. Although if you do cause 2 incidents and they're blatant, you will be parked for the night. There you go. Cope says that's Thunderstruck at 87s only. And Kinder says, no, they're Kinder Strong, talking about them cows. So here we go. Kernan Church back to the inside. Garrett Kinder up on the outside. Pace truck getting ready to do that burnout down on the pit road. And Kernan Church hits that loud pedal. We're back green flag racing, but oh, we got a wreck behind, a big wreck behind. No caution yet. I don't think there will be a caution as Garrett Kinder has made his way back up into the lead, and now the caution is out. Mike Veith involved in this one as well, as we take a look, bring up our Wreckage Rewind to see what happened here on this restart. Looks like somebody spun their tires on the start. I think it might have been the 9 of Mike Veith. Let's take a look here at the restart. Looking at Mike here. Yeah, looks like he just spun the tires. Comes down. Oh, hard contact with peg leg Felts. Josh Oswald caught in that as well. More hard contact for him. See the one of Chris Heiner just barely sneaking through that one. So those two trucks really, really hard contact there. And Current Church says, Kolb says, I think Church spun his tires. We can actually go ahead and find out. Let's dial up and ride along with Kernan here, and we can listen. Might help if we go back to the restart here. Oh yeah, definitely spun the tires on the start there. You can hear those engine RPMs just wind up, and that allows Garrett Kinder to make his way around on that high side. So Kernan Church has come down pit road now. Now Kernan has the fresh tires. But Garrett Kinder, your leader, his tires are 31 laps old, but with the pace laps, they're probably only about, I'm going to say 12 to 14 actual green flag laps on those tires, so they're almost like fresh. Again, here on Intensity Broadcasting, we want to thank everybody who helps out and supports this truck series to make this race happen each and every week. Whole Heating and Sheet Metal, the series sponsor, in memory of Ray Cobb. Smeel Racing Designs, Shibu New Crypto, Peg Leg Felts, P&J Motorsports, Evil Empire SimSport, Thunderstruck Super Series, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Smeel Racing Designs, BK Motorsports, and Sobuski Window Tinting, all pitching in and making the series a success week in and week out. Next week, the Truck Series moves on to Homestead for 100 laps at night. Homestead in the trucks is always an awesome race. That's a track where you can run the high lane, you can run the low lane, you can run the middle lane, you can run anywhere as you want. So I look forward to calling both races next week at Homestead in the Truck Series on our Sunday night doubleheader. A couple of hometown boys running 1-2 as Garrett Kinder and Christian Dedman occupy that first row. Now Pace Truck takes that hard left-hand turn back on the pit road. Garrett Kinder hits that loud pedal. We are back racing here at Bristol. And Jeff Paisley looking to try to take that second position away from Christian Dedman down on the bottom, but he's going to have to slide back in behind Christian. And Christian actually pulls away quite a bit on that restart, just behind Josh Smith. Up into the fourth position, right behind Ray Page and Jim McClendon, having a little battle as well as Page moves himself up into the top 5. Sliding McClendon back. Oh, McClendon gets turned around. In front of the back, Tracy Passions. Oh, the track gets blocked. A big wreck here. They're still wrecking behind as Alex Veith got involved as well. Cautions breed cautions here at Bristol. So we take a look and see exactly what transpired here as we see Jim McClendon running that high lane, actually cuts down and chops the nose of Jesse Necula. That's what starts this whole thing. And McClendon stays in the gas trying to get that thing turned around. You see Tracy Passions get turned around. He's going to hit that inside wall hard. Here comes Jesse Nekula coming back up across the track. Brett Grunwald gets through. Griff may have got through, but you see Chris Heiner making hard contact. Josh Lokovitz with some hard contact as well. And then Alex Veith just trying to get it woed down. Saw the gap, and unfortunately Josh Lokovitz slid down the track right as he was trying to get there. And tough break for all those involved. It's like Tracy Passion's had a reset. He's got a fresh truck now, so he's going to get back up on track. Josh looking, let's see if he's got the reset or if he's already used his. Looks like he's already used his up for the night, so he's going to have to try to get some of that damage fixed. Brandon Wallace doesn't look like his truck's in too bad a shape. Jesse Nekula, though. That truck has definitely seen some better days. Mostly just the nose of that truck. The back of that truck looks brand new, but the nose of that truck is something else. Let's take a look at the right side of the truck. Yeah, right side looks clean, so it's only the nose of that 84 that's got the damage, so the only concern I can see on that truck is just how much damage is done to the inlet that gets the air to the engine. Because iRacing does model damage to the radiator and that inlet there, so too much damage can actually cause the truck to overheat and cause some engine problems. So we'll have to keep an eye on that 84 truck as the race goes on. One truck that doesn't have an inch of damage on it, that's the 13 of Garrett Kinder. Up at the front, doesn't have a scratch. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Garrett Kinder down on the bottom. Christian Dedman up on the high side. As the pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And again, Garrett Kinder comes down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing here at Bristol. And this is a unique view here from the spotter stand, so you can really just see how spread out this field really gets here and how fast these trucks really get around this track as Garrett Kinder leads lap number 95. Josh Smith trying to get around Jeff Paisley here. Paisley, oh, we got one around in the back here. Brett Grunwald around. Tracy Passion's involved yet again. Ray Page, William Griffith, oh! Grunwald gets hit again by Tracy Passions, and it's going to be another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Gonna dial up the right truck here. We take a look at Ray Page and Brett Grunwald coming off of turn number 2. It's just two trucks trying to occupy the same piece of real estate right there. And hard contact as the 5 gets up on 2 wheels. Then Page comes down into the side of Griff. See McClendon trying to sneak through there as well. He's going to make some hard contact with the outside wall. Then you see Grunwald up on the high side as Tracy Passions Comes back across the track and another hard hit. Gets all four wheels off the ground. So, tough break. Again, for Tracy Passenzi to get more repairs done. Brett Grunwald up at pit road getting a lot of damage fixed on that truck. As we cross the line for lap 100, we'll have just 60 laps to go. Take a look at the chat here. Kevin Kinder says, drive it like you stole it, flat out. Mike Kinder said, stepped on the gas on the restart, and the engine left the chat. That's what it looked like, unfortunately. And, yeah, Ratchabila says, whoa, the carnage. And we started with 29 trucks. Looks like we only have about... Take a look. Charlie Elmore is still on track, so... looks like we only have 24 trucks still out there running. Although I don't think Alex is quite to the point where he can run. Griff on pit road as well. Ray Page. Tracy Passion's just leaving pit road, so quite a few trucks with a whole lot of damage out there as the lights are off on the pace truck. It's getting ready to dip on the pit road this time by, and we're going to go back green flag racing with just 58 laps to go here at Bristol. Those laps are going to click off quickly as Garrett Kinder hits the loud pedal. We're back green flag racing. Another great jump for that 13 machine as Josh Smith tries to work the inside of Christian Dedman, trying to take that second position back away. Still side by side, 2 lanes back as you got Jeff Paisley and Cody Bohm going at it as well. And then behind that, you've got Charles Stevens and Jim McClendon side by side as they've figured that one out. Still side by side is Bohm and Paisley. That's a battle for 4th and 5th. Both these drivers giving each other a lot of room here as they come off the corner. As we can see, these trucks really starting to slide around. And we've got one around and somebody just hit the wall real hard. Doesn't look like it's going to bring out a caution, so we stay green. As Jeff Paisley and Cody Bohm continue the battle. Now Paisley has the advantage as he's going to clear the 78. Try to get Josh Smith as Josh Smith is now working on the back bumper of the 3 of Christian Dedman. Josh Smith looking down to the inside. Just not able to make the pass work just yet. Now he's going to move and slide around. Oh no, I take that back. Christian Dedman drives back around on the high side, so Josh Smith not able to make that move just yet. As we got side-by-side racing yet again. Cody Bohm, Jeff Paisley, still going at it side-by-side. Jeff Paisley almost gets up into the wall. Able to hold on to it. The 78 getting the run there on the low side, tries the slide job, just not able to make it happen. Now he's going to slide up in front of the 7. The 7 going to cross him back over. Now Paisley down the bottom trying to retake the position. But Bohm too strong on that high side. Now the 22 of Kernan Church. Oh, almost contact between Church and Paisley there. Up front, though, Garrett Kinder continues the lead. He's got a just about 0.3 of a second lead over Christian Dedman. So now the field's starting to get a little more single file. happening. Garrett Kinder looks like he's starting to get into a little bit of lap traffic. Take a look here from the blip. You can just see how quickly lap traffic is going to play a factor. As Garrett Kinder has all that traffic right in front of him that he's going to deal with, and it doesn't look like there's as many trucks on the track right now as there was earlier in the race. But for Garrett Kinder, it's going to feel like there's 60 trucks on track. Josh Smith and Cody Bohm now going at it side by side. This is for the third position. Cody's been really strong on that low side tonight, so we're going to see if he's burning off his tires too much or if he's able to continue to move himself forward as he gets around the 47 of Josh Smith. So move Bohm up into the third position. Now Kernan Church going to make him 3 wide with Josh Oswald on the bottom, Josh Smith on the top. He was in the middle of a Josh sandwich. And he moves up into the 4th position. He's going to start looking to try to get around the 78 of Cody Bohm. Garrett Kinder now working his way through lap traffic, gets around the 12 of William Griffith. He's got the 20 of Charlie Elmore to deal with next. You see Sam Wetstein down on the apron, just trying to stay out of the way. Allow the drivers to race. Charlie Elmore stays down on the bottom. And we've got a yellow out on track, and it looks like the 7 of Jeff Paisley was involved, along with Kyle Roberts. Kyle multiple laps down. We'll have to see what happened here. We bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Jeff Paisley here. He's got Josh Smith in front of him. Oh, he tags Josh Smith. And then, whoop, that's way too fast. I meant to hit slow motion, not fast motion. So he tags Josh Smith, and then Kyle Roberts, with nowhere to go, runs into the back of Jeff Paisley. Fortunately, just those 3 trucks involved. And this is going to change things a little bit as we see Cody Bohm coming on the pit road. He's pitting on the back stretch. Garrett Kinder on the front stretch. And we'll have to see who's able to get off of pit road first. Garrett Kinder, Christian Dedman, Kernan Church, Josh Smith. Now the real disadvantage is Cody Bohm here. We take a look at where he's going to wind up as he's coming off pit road, and he's going to fall all the way back to 7th. So you can see where that backstretch pit stall can really hurt you, as he was just running in the top 3. And because he had to go in and pit on the backstretch, he falls all the way back into the 7th position. Charles Stevens Jr. stays out. He's going to be your leader with Garrett Kinder in 2nd. Christian Dedman back in the 3rd position. Kernan Church in 4th. Josh Smith in 5th place. Cody Bohm back in 6th. Brandon Wallace up into the 7th position. Jim McClendon runs 8th in that really beat up truck there. 9th is Jeff Paisley, another really beat up truck. And then Brett Grunwald just pit. So that's going to move Josh Lukovitz up into the 10th position. So there's your top 10 as they run here at Bristol. Pegleg Feltz back in the 12th position. I believe Pegleg is 1 lap down. I believe he is the first truck 1 lap down as we take a look at the ticker across the top there. Yes, Feltz is the first truck 1 lap down. Jesse Necula running back in 13th. Spencer Gay in the 14th position, and Kyle Roberts in 15th. So lights on the pace truck are off. We're going to go back green flag racing here. Charles Stevens Jr. leading them down to the restart zone. Garrett Kinder will be on the outside, and we already saw once that old tires can cause some tire spin. We'll have to see if Charles Stevens Jr. can stay in front of Garrett Kinder on this restart as the pace truck takes that hard left-hand turn. A great jump for that 88 machine. So he gets out in front of Garrett Kinder. We're back green flag racing. But Garrett Kinder on those fresh tires, fresher tires. Actually, they are fresh tires. I take that back. Trying to make quick work of the 88. But here comes Kernan Church up on the high side. Kinder just not able to get the power down on those cold tires. Kernan Church, though, wasted no time. He's up on the high side. He's trying to push Charles Stevens Jr. up ahead to move Church up into the second position as they are side by side. And Cody Bohm already up into the fourth position, so making some moves. Getting himself through traffic pretty quickly, especially after having a pit on that backstretch and being stuck back there a little ways. Oh, Church really loose off the corner, able to hold on to it. And now Cody Bohm thought about making it 3 wide for a second. He tucks back in. As we have just 30 laps to go here at Bristol. And side-by-side action up at the front. Kernan Church now. Oh, big wiggle out of the 22 machine. He's going to look down to the bottom. Almost catches the apron. He's drifting it through the corner. He's able to... Oh, I thought he was going to hold on to it. Oh, Kinder involved. Both the Reaper boys involved in that one. Caution is out here at Bristol once again. And that's going to bring up another Kinder Farmer Ranch Wreckage Rewind, and you hate to see it. As we see Kernan Church go down into the corner. Actually, was there some contact there? Let's rewind this just a little bit. Nope, I thought there may have been some contact from the 78, but no, he just hits the brakes, gets that thing over-rotating, catches the apron. Once he caught the apron, that thing's just in a four-wheel drift up the track. He's trying to keep it off this 88 machine, which he does. See the wheels cut hard to the right, and then they just grip. Christian Denman, hard contact to the 3 as well as the 13. Oh, then we got, I believe, McClendon caught up in the... Yeah, there's the 18 of McClendon caught up in this as well. Just trying to slow down. There's Jeff Paisley getting into it. So, tough break for Kernan Church, who had such a fantastic race going. Christian Denman on pit road. He's able to get fresh tires and a fresh truck. Garrett Kinder, we know he had a reset in the bag because he didn't have a scratch on him until just then. And to really shake things up, it's going to move Cody Bohm up to the lead. Brandon Wallace back in second. Jeff Paisley, who's front end of that truck, has seen much better days. Rick Grunwald up into fourth after having hard contact earlier in the race. And then Garrett Kinder, even with all that, comes out in the 5th position. So as we cross the line this time, we'll have just 25 laps to go here at Bristol. And my name is Jonah Colbert says that slick racing surface, it's rearing its ugly head again. It absolutely is. We've seen it all night long, especially now that the track is cooled off just a little bit. You see the shadows no longer there as we saw earlier in the race. Let's take a look at the race info. And yeah, that track temperature's come down just a little bit. Air temperature stayed about the same. But the cloud cover is what makes the difference. And we're seeing that here tonight as the track is really starting to get much slicker as the lights are off on the pace truck. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Again, Cody Bohm on the bottom. He's your race leader with Brandon Wallace to the outside. Jeff Paisley, Brendan Grunwald, teammates back in the second row, and then Garrett Kinder. Fresh tires, fresh truck, sitting back in fifth. We'll have to see if he's got anything for these boys as they make their way off of turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air. A great jump yet again for that 78 machine. And he's just going to pull away. Kinder trying to work with this traffic in front of him. He's got trucks that have some heavy damage way off the pace, and he's trying to make his way through the field here. We see the 6. Tyler Rice up here. Tyler is a few laps down, but he's trying to make up a few spots here if he can. As Garrett Kinder moves himself up into the 3rd position. Brandon Wallace sitting back in 2nd, but Cody Bohm just pulling away in that 78 machine, and man, just putting on a clinic these last few laps here, as he has put almost a second onto the 2nd place of Brandon Wallace. Garrett Kinder just ran the fastest lap of the race with a 15:08. Now he's looking to the outside. He saw Brandon Wallace saw that he was faster, and he pulls off to the side. While we've got a little break in the action, let's do a little, what I like to call pumping up the intensity. Not going to have much long for that as Garrett Kinder is already to the back bumper and trying to take that position away. Thought we were going to have a little more excitement for that, but here we go. Side by side for the lead. Garrett Kinder on the inside. Cody Bohm on the outside. They are battling side by side. We have just 15 laps to go. As Bohm slides up the track just a little bit. Kinder with the slide job moves himself in the first. Here comes Cody Bohm with the crossover move, trying to get himself down to the bottom. We've seen Cody so strong on that bottom lane tonight. Now he's trying to use that to get himself back by, but now Kinder up into the lead, and Kinder starting to pull away just a little bit. Now can Cody save those tires and run it down? Or if there's just not going to be enough time, as we have 13 laps to go here at Bristol. And again, the field pretty much spread out here all the way through. Everybody in the chat cheering Garrett Kinder on, telling him to bring it home, and Kinder that Kinder Farm and Ranch machine makes his way off of turn number 4. Just 11 laps to go. The last thing he's going to want to see is lap traffic holding him up or a yellow come out. Kinder works the high side around the damaged car of Charlie Elmore. And it looks like Kinder's running about 80% right now, because his last time by was a 15:40. A few laps ago he ran a 15:04, so just try to take it easy as Cody Bohm continues to slide back. Brandon Wallace in 3rd, almost a second and a half behind Cody Bohm, as Kinder methodically works his way through this lap traffic with just 8 laps to go here at Bristol. Garrett just working that throttle, trying to keep that truck going in the right direction. There's that line I was talking about, entering kind of the middle to high, and cutting it down to the apron on exit, and that's the fast way around this track. Coming up on a little more lap traffic with just 5 laps to go. Lap traffic staying out of the way. And he continues to pull on Cody Bohm. We'll battle back here. We've got the 7 of Jeff Paisley just got passed by Charles Stevens Jr. See Aaron Adcock, he's multiple laps down. Tracy Parsons also multiple laps down. As Charles Stevens Jr. gets around Brett Grunwald, so moves Stevens Jr. up into the 4th position. And with just 3 laps to go, I wonder if there's enough time for him to get up to Brandon Wallace as Garrett Kinder works his way off of turn number 4. Just 2 laps to go here at Bristol. If the white flag comes out, the yellow flag will be put away as he makes his way off of turn number 4 to take that white flag. 1 lap to go here at Bristol. Lap traffic again being very cordial, staying out of the way. See Alex Veith now on that low side, allowing Garrett Kinder to pass easily on the high side as to come off of turn number 4. Garrett Kinder will win here at Bristol. Cody Bohm come home in 2nd. And how about Brandon Wallace coming home in 3rd? Charles Stevens Jr. comes home in 4th, and Jeff Paisley limps that car home in 5th. But how about a great run here for your winner tonight, the 13 of Garrett Kinder, as he takes a couple victory laps here. Wonder how far he can get into his burnout before the demolition derby ensues. He's got the 78 Cody Bohm, give him a little bit of a nudge on the back bumper. One full donut. And that's going to be it for him. 1.5 as he burns out down the wall there and goes flying through the air. So, great win here tonight for Garrett Kinder. Let's take a look at your results. As Garrett Kinder is your winner. Cody Bohm comes home 2nd. Brandon Wallace 3rd. Charles Stevens 4th. Jeff Paisley in 5th. Brett Grunwald comes home 6th. Chuck Pegleg Feltz with the 7th place finish. 8th is going to be Josh Lokovitz. 9th, Christian Denman. And 10th, Spencer Gay. Back in 11th, Jesse Nekula and William Griffith in 12th. Aaron Adcock, Tracy Parsons, and Kyle Roberts make up your top 15. 16th will be Josh Oswald, Tia Swank at 17th. Josh Smith, Alex Veith, and Charlie Elmore round out your top 20. 21st, Curtin Church. 22nd, Jim McClendon, Sam Wetstein in 23rd. Chris Heiner, 24th. Ray Page, Tyler Rice, Mike Veith, Mickey Isaac, and Jason Lottridge round out your field here at Bristol. As we get ready for your post-race interviews. Whoops. There are way too many logos on the screen there. Your post-race interviews brought to you by the Thunderstruck Super Series. And let's take a look. Let's bring up your 3rd place finisher, Brandon Wallace. Brandon, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
10-4. I got you, Josh.
Man, what a run tonight. Making some big moves. Staying relatively out of trouble and coming home with a top 3 here tonight. What was the strategy going into today? Because I noticed in the first race, the trucks were very tail happy and tires seemed to be a premium here tonight. Even though we didn't have too many long green flag runs, I'm sure you're still trying to save out there.
Yeah, I spotted for Phil in that first race and watched it go green for a long way. So I really thought this one was going to. So I was just trying to get in that high lane and ease off and be gentle on it and save the tires, but then just try to stay out of some of the trouble.
Yeah, and that was kind of the key tonight, was staying out of trouble. We saw quite a few multi-car accidents here tonight. And what was the secret to staying out of trouble here tonight?
I don't know. I got in two of them myself. I just happened to come in, and then I was working on getting it fixed, and it didn't slow me down too terribly much. But I never thought about taking tires there at the end when Kinder got wrecked, but he was driving angry, so I politely got out of his way.
Yeah, we saw that. I kind of made mention of that. He had the red mist for sure. But again, congratulations on the top 3 finish here tonight. And before we let you go, anybody you want to thank? Anybody shout out here tonight?
Yeah, man, I want to thank you guys at Intensity always. You guys are awesome. Everybody in the league, Kinder, Foreman Ranch, Smell Designs, my teammates at Reaper Racing, Kinder, and Griff, who runs the league. Sorry he had a bad night, but I appreciate you guys.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you guys.
So there you have it. Brandon Wallace, your 3rd place finisher. Let's bring in Cody Bohm up here for the our 2nd place finisher. Cody, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, guys, what's up?
Man, great job here tonight at Bristol. Coming home 2nd, staying relatively out of trouble. And, man, you were fast just driving up through the field. You were our hard charge tonight, making up 23 positions from the start of the race. So congrats on that. And, man, how'd you do it? Because it just seemed like attrition out there tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of luck. At the beginning there, I got wrecked, and I had to use a fast repair, so I was pretty much kind of in a box there. So I knew I couldn't, be too aggressive, and I just kind of picked and chose my way up through the field, and just got lucky and kind of just stayed out with stayed out on a lot of those cautions. A lot of people pit, and I dodged that wreck there at the end. So, but I definitely was not nearly the fastest car here at all.
Yeah, coming down to the end there, Kinder with the fresh tires was able to get you going there. And, man, you were just flat out flying there for a little while. Making your way through the field, though, especially having to pit on that backstretch, was that a real disadvantage for you here tonight, pitting on the backstretch?
Yeah, it was a disadvantage because I'm kind of an idiot. The first 2 times I pit, I didn't realize that I didn't have to go through the front stretch pit too. So I kind of went through and I got a couple end of lines so I kind of put myself behind the 8 ball there. But either way, if me and Garrett both had fresh tires, he would have smoked me. So I can't be too upset with the 2nd place finish.
No, for sure. 2nd place is a great place to finish, especially if it's the Kinder. We know he's in a class there, but you give him some room there, a lot of respect, and man, just a great run overall. Before we let you go, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, shout out to the whole Rebels Racing League and everybody, because this is a hell of a stacked field here, and it's always fun to do well against them. And shout out to Kevin Kinder. I don't know if he's watching, but it gave his kid a lot of room there. He would have beat me anyway, but pretty good to see his 2 favorite drivers finish 1-2 there.
For sure, he's definitely in the chat. He's been talking all race long, and definitely been cheering you all on. So again, congratulations tonight, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you guys.
So that was your 2nd place finisher, Cody Bohm. Let's talk to your winner tonight, the number 13 Chevrolet, Garrett Kinder. Garrett, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
You got you, Josh.
Man, congrats on the win. I know it's not the way you wanted it to happen, but man, that last run there, you set the fastest lap right after you got wrecked there trying to run Cody down, and you were able to pass him cleanly. You guys giving each other a lot of room out there, and he was able to make his way or make your way up to the front. Man, you had to drive through the field a couple times on new tires, and the strategy worked for you, but I know getting wrecked there at the end, that must have really put a damper on things at first, but you're able to make your way back through with that red mist.
Yeah, red mist. I was a little heated. I definitely drove that last few laps pretty hot-headed. I tried to be as patient as possible all race and race people clean and And the deal with Kieran, and it happens. I don't hold any ill will towards him. He was sitting going for the lead. I was trying to do the same thing 2 laps before. I just ended up getting loose. So nothing there. Just part of them things here at Bristol. But yeah, man, it's 2 years in a row, 2 seasons in a row. Got the W at Bristol. I guess this is kind of becoming a thing. I love this track. There's a lot of fast cars out there tonight that I think ended up getting cycled back through pit cycles, and then it ended up tied up in the junk. So I'm not gonna say it was an easy race because of the some of the fast guys got taken out, because it was not an easy race. But man, it was difficult. We'll just put it that way. It was just difficult.
For sure. And one thing I know that crosses your mind every time you run here at Bristol, whether you're at the front or at the back, is the big ones. And I know when we talk about big ones, we usually talk about super speedways. But it's just as easy to have a big one here. And was that kind of in the back of your mind, trying to stay out of something if it happened in front of you, especially if it was a multi-car wreck?
Oh yeah, last night in the Cup race, it's exactly what you're saying here. I was leading the race, came off turn 4, and it was an absolute parking lot, and just could not get on the brakes hard enough. I don't know if those next gen cars, they just don't like me very much. Ended up nosing into it, but yeah, tonight just basically you're 100% right. Staying clean was the name of the game. I knew if I could keep my truck clean and stay out of the wall, Bristol bounce is a thing here, but I was trying to avoid doing that just for the fear of it messing something up with. I think they updated the damage bar on these trucks, and I didn't want to try it too much. So staying clean and definitely checking up when wrecks happen in front of you, and letting the track kind of clear out. There was a couple of them early on where iRace didn't throw a caution, where the bottom 3/4 of the track was clogged up, so you had one lane to go around the top. And I don't know what was going on with iRace tonight, but that was a little sketchy.
Well, easily made your way through them, got yourself the win tonight. And before I let you go, any shout you gotta give anyone you want to thank here tonight?
Absolutely, of course. Thank you up in the booth for doing the broadcasting. I know these double headers are a long night for you, but you do a good job. I enjoy going back and watching both of them. So big shout out to you. I got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch being on the hood, being the primary sponsor of the truck. Can't beat having family on board. They've been blowing my phone up ever since it went off. So ever since the race ended. So big shout out to my family. Love every one of y'all, and hope to see you soon. Ratchet Speed Shop, of course, just an extension of family right there. Same thing. He's been blowing my phone up, and I absolutely love it every time. Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle cooler. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper than longer than anybody else, look up Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. Ray Page over at Wolfpack Racing, heck of a dude to know. I know I say it every week. If you haven't got a chance to talk to him, go talk to him. Just do yourself a favor. Go talk to Ray. The entire practice basically beforehand, we were all in voice chat, and just the stories and the entertainment he's able to provide and the insight on different stuff. He's a good dude to know. Of course, got to thank my teammates over at Reaper Racing. Man, Christian was running up there all night tonight, and he got tangled up in that same thing that I got tangled up in there at the end, and he was unfortunate and wasn't able to beat the pace car off of pit road, and ended up going a lap down there at the end. Then we ran it out green. So unfortunate break for him. Got to give a shout out to Brandon Walsh, bring home podium finish. It's a great deal for the team. Love seeing it. And man, everybody else, Kyle Roberts, Seth Griffith, they all got tangled up with some junk, unfortunately, and it happens here at Bristol, and just one of them things, like I said before. And of course, I got to thank Griff again for keeping everything here at Original Rebels, keeping the cogs turning and everything. The squeaky wheels get the oil, and it's just a good time over here, man. It really is. And then I could, and I probably should go through all these sponsors that we have listed on the Discord. But Hall Heating and Sheet Metal, I'm just going to pick a few off so I don't waste all your time. Spiel Racing Designs, Shibu New Crypto, Intensity, of course, y'all over at Intensity, you're fantastic. Love y'all to death. Chuck Pegleg Phelps for the Pegleg Pole Award, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Wreckage Rewind, I'm sure they got busy tonight. Thunderstruck Super Series, Cebulski Window Tending, just everybody that keeps this thing running. It's fantastic, and glad we're able to get the first win of the season under our belt at Bristol, nonetheless. Last great Coliseum, and can't wait to come back next season.
For sure. Your father said that the cows did some work tonight, which they did, but man, it was a great race to watch, and again, congratulations with the win.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So there you have it, Garrett Kinder, your winner here tonight at Bristol Motorspeedway. Again, Cody Bowman getting the second place finish and the Hard Charger Award. I'm going to have to throw out the unlucky award here tonight, as we had the Hard Luck Award presented by P&J Motorsports. And if I had to say One driver who would definitely earn that tonight, that would be the 22 of Kernan Church. Kernan having such a good run up at the front most of the race tonight, and getting into the corner just a little too hot, wiping himself out, taking out the leaders. It's just tough luck for everybody involved. Fortunately, Kinder able to bounce back and get the win here tonight. So congratulations to Garrett Kinder. Congratulations to our top three and everybody here. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter at IntensityBroad1. Check out our web store. It's intensitybroadcasting.com. You can find merchandise from hats, t-shirts, stickers, mouse pads, coffee mugs of Intensity Broadcasting, and all your favorite leagues, including the Original Rebels Racing League. Don't forget to check out OriginalRebelsRacingLeague.com. That's ORRLeague.com. The link is in the description below for all your news for the Original Rebels Racing League. And you can find all your points on Sim Racer Hub. That's simracerhub.com, where you can find all your league standings, stats, schedules for almost every racing league here on iRacing. So check that out as well. For everybody here at Intensity Broadcasting, and then again, thank you for joining us here tonight. And as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over and out.